Long, long ago, the Korean peninsula was home to many kingdoms. One of the first was Gojoseon, a kingdom of myths and legends. It started around the 4th century BC and helped create a Korean identity. Another important kingdom was Silla, which became powerful in the 3rd century BC. Silla, along with Goguryeo and Baekje, were the 3 kingdoms that ruled Korea for a long time. They fought a lot but also shared ideas and culture, shaping Korea's future. These kingdoms weren't alone. They talked and traded with nearby countries like China and Japan. You can see this influence in ancient Korean art, buildings, and ideas. Over time, new kingdoms came and went, each one leaving its mark on Korea. Silla won against the other 2 kingdoms and united the whole peninsula in the 7th century AD. This time of unified Silla was peaceful, and Korea's culture blossomed. But peace didn't last forever. In the 10th century, a new kingdom called Goryeo took over. The name Korea comes from Goryeo. Goryeo ruled for almost 500 years. They invented the world's first metal printing press. But Goryeo also had lots of fighting inside the kingdom and threats from outside, especially from the Mongols. After Goryeo, the Joseon dynasty started ruling in 1392. Joseon lasted for over 500 years and is super important in Korean history. Confucianism, a way of thinking about society, became really important during this time. King Sejong the Great created the Korean alphabet, Hangul, in the 1400s. As the Joseon dynasty got weaker, a new danger appeared from Japan. In the late 1800s, Japan wanted to control more land and focused on Korea. Joseon's weakness and Japan's growing power put Korea in danger. Japan started taking control little by little, making unfair agreements with Korea. In 1910, Japan took over Korea completely and ruled harshly for 35 years. This was a terrible time for Koreans. They were forced to work, their culture was attacked, and they were treated badly. Japan tried to make Koreans forget their culture, making them use Japanese names and banning the Korean language in schools. This left deep emotional scars on Koreans. World War II ended in 1945 and Japan lost control of Korea. But then Korea was divided in 2. The Soviet Union controlled North Korea and the United States controlled South Korea. This was supposed to be temporary, but it became permanent. In 1948, 2 separate countries were created, North Korea, led by Kim Il-sung, and South Korea, led by Syngman Rhee. This division was a terrible thing for Koreans, who had already suffered under foreign rule. It also led to a very bad war, the Korean War. The Korean War started in 1950. It was a fight between the United States and the Soviet Union, who were fighting for power all over the world. North Korea, with help from the Soviet Union and China, invaded South Korea. The United States and other countries helped South Korea. The war was terrible. Millions of people died and Korea was destroyed. The fighting stopped in 1953, but Korea remained divided by a heavily guarded border called the DMZ. The Korean War changed Korea and the world. The DMZ became a symbol of the fight between countries. Millions of Koreans died, leaving a sad memory for both North and South Korea. After the Korean War, North Korea followed an idea called Juche. Juche means being independent and not relying on other countries. This became very important in North Korea. Kim Il-sung and his son Kim Jong-il made North Korea a very controlled and isolated country. They focused on the military, making it one of the strongest in the world. Even though it was isolated, North Korea wanted nuclear weapons. In the 1990s, North Korea started making nuclear weapons, which worried other countries. This caused many arguments and problems between North Korea and other countries, especially those in the West.